Hello. I'm back, guys. Another surprise. My video got taken down. Apparently you guys were just responding too quickly. Facebook flagged it as spam and deleted it. I'm sorry about that, but I did reach out to them. I'm like, what's going on? But I just wanted to let you guys know that I did see your comments. I saw your congratulations. Thank you. But it's not time to celebrate. We got work to do. I wanted to come back on here first to let you guys know what happened to the video and that I saw your comments and that I really appreciate all of your congratulations and your responding. And also because I saw some of you sign up for the webinar. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really looking forward to seeing those of you who registered next week in the webinar. I also realized that the video was a little bit blurry. I'm sorry, the picture, the image of the flyer was a little bit blurry. So I am going to share that again. Y'all, I'm new to being on this side of the camera. So I got to, I'm getting a little bit up there with the age. The technology just is not technologying like it used to. But I'm going to drop that in there, try to make sure I get the details. But I will drop the link to that original video, the announcement, and also the link to the webinar in my caption. Hopefully, Facebook does not delete this video as well. But if not, that's all the more reason for you guys to go ahead and subscribe with me on YouTube, because hopefully I won't have any issues with spam and all of those things. That's another story. But let's get back to the webinar because I wanted to make sure that I get you guys the detail. It's going to be next week with the founder of Build to Rent as well as a best-selling author talking about the passive income playbook. So I'm really excited. This is something that I was definitely really excited to share with my current investors, but also with new investors. So I originally was going to make my follow-up video to one, let you guys know that the video Facebook flagged it as spam and took it down. Two, to subscribe on YouTube so that we can make sure that if this happens again, you guys don't miss any of the information that I'm sharing, because I will be sharing my information on YouTube moving forward, but also to make sure that I introduce myself. I was actually going to make this an introduction video. I realize most of you, I love you. You are my people. I know you personally. And then I realized in kind of following up and seeing some of the engagement that some people probably only know me from either social media or from hosting or from real estate. So it hadn't dawned on me that there are probably people here who aren't my clients or my friends or my family or my loved ones or a referral or something who probably just don't know who I am. So I am going to definitely make sure that I get back here to let you guys know who I am, why we're here connecting, why you're listening to me talk about real estate. But I'm going to do that at a later time. What I wanted to do today was to make sure that I shared the details about the webinar. It looks like from just me looking at the registrations, that it looks like people who are already familiar with real estate. So I wanted to first let you guys know what Build to Rent is, just in case you think that you're one of those people who probably needs to sign up for the webinar. So I'm going to make this super short, like the simplest answer that I possibly can, because I'm sure we're going to get into the weeds of it on the webinar to give more details about it. But if you're trying to determine if you're somebody who should register for this webinar, the next part of this video is for you, right? Okay, so what is Build to Rent, right? So let's think about real estate investment in general. When we're thinking about just overall real estate investment, I'll probably get a little bit more into the weeds of that in the future. There's typically a few goals, some of which the most popular are to get short-term gains, get some higher short-term gains, get in low, do some rentals, sell it high. Or it might be the long-term appreciation game, get into it, let the property build value over time and be able to use that in the future for more investments, or maybe need a tax shelter. So those are some of the common reasons why people would be getting into real estate. But as far as Build to Rent in general, Build to Rent is not something that's foreign, right? It sounds like a new term. It sounds like something is different, but if you really think about it, it's something that's always been around, right? From an investment standpoint, the purpose of building a property for the purpose of having it available to people who are renting. If you live in an apartment, you've been in build to rent. If you live in a townhome or a condo and you've been in build to rent, right? But what is new is that investors are starting to realize that there's an opportunity not just for those big developments, but for me, right? The person who's looking to purchase a single family home or a duplex or a quadplex, like build to rent is something that's available to me, right? And the part of the reason why I joined this company build to rent as a district manager was because of the fact that it does make this strategy so much more accessible. Not only that, but some of the benefits of this particular process, of the particular logistics of getting into build to rent solve a lot of the issues, a lot of the problems that most general real estate investors have, right? So there will be more details all about that at the future, but this is just I'm just making this for the purpose of making just a general introduction of build to rent and why you might want to be, looking at getting into it. So some of the benefits of using build to rent as a real estate investment strategy or an investment strategy are the fact that you have stable income. You're collecting rental income that will help to pay off your mortgage, pay off your debt over time. And also there will be typically additional income over your debt to have actual passive income, right? So a lot of times when we talk about passive income, it's not really passive. Right. There's typically somebody working really hard for that income. Right. But with build to rent, you have the ability to have professional managers who actually are actively managing that property so that you don't have to actually generate passive income. So those are some of the short-term gains. In the long term, you're looking at things like long-term appreciation, being able to build equity over time. With something that you're not actively having to pay down, like your primary residence. Anybody who's worked with me as a first-time home buyer has also heard me talk about using your home as an investment. So these are things that are familiar, that we're familiar with talking about. But when you're looking at things like duplexes, multiple units, small multifamily, you're also looking at lower vacancy risk because you are broadening your investment. You're not looking at just a single family home. Single family home is great for a rental, but if you can get a duplex or a quadplex, which we have, that is going to lower your vacancy risk because that risk is spread over multiple properties. There's also the scalability and the efficiency of it. Being able to purchase multiple units at a time, multiple units a year, in a way that is a lot easier than going out scrubbing, driving for dollars, looking for vacant houses, looking for ways to get into individual properties. So it's something that you can scale not only over time, but in a short amount of time. So I just wanted to share some of those things with you so that if you were trying to understand, maybe you think that, okay, maybe this is something that's a little bit over your head. It's not. If you only have one rental property, this is for you. If you have no rental properties, this is for you. If you are a high income earner and you're looking for a tax shelter, I'm not a tax advisor. I don't do any type of tax advising, but you can speak with your CPA or your local financial professionals who can tell you about offsetting some of those things. This is for you. Right? If you're somebody who's looking for a primary residence and you're thinking, okay, well, maybe I want to have multiple units. I want to be able to use 0% down or 3.5% down or 5% down and have a lower interest rate in order to be able to live somewhere that's also going to generate income. This is for you. So I just wanted to get on here and make the announcement that this is for you. This is for you. If you're on my video, this webinar is for you, and I am going to be sure to make sure that I include the details. I'm going to link that original announcement in the video or in the description for anybody who may need to get caught up and understand why we're here. But I'm also going to link the details to that webinar so that I can see you next week, next Wednesday, to learn about actually building your real estate portfolio with the founder of Build to Rent and also the best-selling author teaching you how to generate passive income. All right, so it's Jasmine. I'm out of here. Your district manager with Build to Rent. I will be back with more details. I'll talk to you soon.